Welcome to God Speaking. Today, we're diving into the Gospel of Matthew, starting with chapter 1. In this chapter, we explore the genealogy of Jesus Christ, revealing his lineage and fulfilling the prophecies of the Old Testament. Let's examine this passage together and discover the meaning and significance behind it. Matthew chapter 1, verse 1 to 17. The family line of Jesus the Messiah. This is the written story of the family line of Jesus the Messiah. He is the son of David. He is also the son of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac. Isaac was the father of Jacob. Jacob was the father of Judah and his brothers. Judah was the father of Perez and Zerah. Tamar was their mother. Perez was the father of Hezron. Hezron was the father of Ram. Ram was the father of Amminadab. Amminadab was the father of Nahshon. Nahshon was the father of Salmon. Salmon was the father of Boaz. Rahab was Boaz's mother. Boaz was the father of Obed. Ruth was Obed's mother. Obed was the father of Jesse. And Jesse was the father of King David. David was the father of Solomon. Solomon's mother had been Uriah's wife. Solomon was the father of Rehoboam. Rehoboam was the father of Abijah. Abijah was the father of Asa. Asa was the father of Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat was the father of Jehoram. Jehoram was the father of Uzziah. Uzziah was the father of Jotham. Jotham was the father of Ahaz. Ahaz was the father of Hezekiah. Hezekiah was the father of Manasseh. Manasseh was the father of Ammon. Ammon was the father of Josiah. And Josiah was the father of Jeconiah and his brothers. At that time, the Jewish people were forced to go away to Babylon. After this, the family line continued. Jeconiah was the father of Shealtiel. Shealtiel was the father of Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel was the father of Abiud. Abiud was the father of Eliakim. Eliakim was the father of Azor. Azor was the father of Zadok. Zadok was the father of Achim. Achim was the father of Elihud. Elihud was the father of Eleazar. Eleazar was the father of Mathan. Mathan was the father of Jacob. Jacob was the father of Joseph. Joseph was the husband of Mary. And Mary was the mother of Jesus, who is called the Messiah. So there were 14 generations from Abraham to David. There were 14 from David until the Jewish people were forced to go away to Babylon. And there were 14 from that time to the Messiah. End of Matthew chapter 1, verse 1 to 17. At first glance, this long list of names might seem like an unusual way to begin the gospel. However, it holds great significance for several reasons. Jesus as the Messiah. By tracing Jesus' lineage back to Abraham and King David, Matthew establishes Jesus as the promised Messiah, fulfilling the Old Testament prophecies. Genesis 12:3, 2 Samuel 7:12-16. Inclusion of Gentiles. The genealogy includes non-Jewish individuals, such as Rahab and Ruth. This demonstrates God's plan to save not only the Jews but also the Gentiles, emphasizing the universality of Jesus' mission. Women in the genealogy. It's remarkable that Matthew mentions 4 women, Tamar, Rahab, Ruth, and Bathsheba, in Jesus' genealogy. In a patriarchal society, this inclusion highlights God's grace and foreshadows the prominent role of women in Jesus' ministry. The structure of the genealogy. Matthew divides the genealogy into 3 groups of 14 generations, symbolizing the Hebrew numerical value of David's name, D equals 4, V equals 6, D equals 4. This further emphasizes Jesus' royal lineage and his role as the long-awaited Messiah. Scholars have offered various interpretations of Matthew 1. Some view it as a way to assert Jesus' rightful claim to the throne of David and his fulfillment of Jewish messianic expectations. Others emphasize the theme of grace, as the genealogy demonstrates how God worked through flawed individuals and unexpected circumstances to bring about salvation. In conclusion, Matthew 1 sets the stage for the rest of the Gospel by establishing Jesus as the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies and showcasing the universality of his mission. The genealogy invites us to reflect on God's grace and his plan for salvation, which transcends cultural and societal boundaries. Thank you for joining us today on God Speaking as we explored Matthew 1. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on the Bible. In our next episode, we'll continue our journey through the Gospel of Matthew with the story of Jesus' birth. See you soon. God bless.